I'm a little lost. I'm not real lost. I'm lost enough that I'm gonna turn back around.
Street food. 2 historical places and 2 snacks. It's a packed episode this week. But first, I'm getting lost.
I'm looking for this Ikeda castle ruins. I think that's it, right there. But how do I get there? I can't walk through these people's yard.
Smartphones. Are we addicted to them as a culture? Yes. It's not even a question anymore. Yes, we are. If I took your phone away, you'd probably go into something like methamphetamine withdrawal. Unless you're one of those edgy, countercultural, take the red pill street foodies, in which case, touche. When it comes to travel, a smartphone is pretty clutch. They've totally changed the way that we get around. And Airbnbs in Japan pretty often come with those portable Wi-Fi hotspot carry-around things. You got that hotspot, you got them Apple Maps, you'll never be lost again. But see, I thought I was above all that. You know, I'm kicking it old school. I printed out Google Maps. I looked up Google Earth. Yes, Google Earth still exists. By the way, shout out Google Earth. For real, that's how I found a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do in the city, was basically TripAdvisor and Google Earth. Look, guys, it turns out I was not above all that. Okay, I could not find my way.
Oh snap. Ikeda Castle, 300 meters. And right here, is this where it meant here? Some stairs. These look promising. All of this is residential. I'm just circling people's houses. I still haven't found it. I think it might be further away from it. I can't lose this fight with an ancient castle and the sun. But lately I've been hearing this voice in my head. It sounds like my wife. And she's like, look, you don't need to fight this battle, you know? You can just let it go. Letting it go is not the same as losing. Do I believe that? Not entirely. But I am gonna let this go because it's freaking hot.
At a certain point, things just stop being worth it. I still regret it though. I was so close, I think. I actually got lost twice that day, but the second time, after walking 3 miles out of my way, I found the Umeda Sky Building, aka one of the top 20 buildings around the world, according to people who know buildings. I'm talking about a harrowing elevator ride. I'm not gonna lie, my knees were buckling. I didn't want to punk out in front of the 3 old Japanese people in the elevator with me, so I held it together, barely. On the way back down, this Japanese girl just lost it. She just got in the fetal position, started hugging her knees and rocking back and forth, and her family just pointed at her and laughed. The way the building was built is actually pretty significant. They raised the top portion on this set of cranes over the course of a whole day. There's a sweet video inside the building that you can watch about the creation of the building. And you can see a bunch of businessmen like high-fiving and stuff. The moon crater at the center of the building is meant to give the impression of a spaceship flying away. I don't know about that, but it's pretty cool looking. After the elevator, you go even further up a few escalators, and if you want to pay 10 bucks, you can get on the roof. Look, I don't care about buildings that much, but the view from the Umeda Sky Building is worth it.
Looking for this building right down there.
How about that? A record-holding building, and now a record-holding snack. I was walking by and this sign caught my eye. Mattari Purin. It's like a flan-ish, pudding-ish, sweet dessert snack. And it's really good. I like it better than flan or pudding. It's like they took the best part of pudding and the best part of flan, put them together, bam, Mattari Purin. I can only speak to this one, obviously, the champion. I don't know what competition they won, but they deserved it. Another little spot in the Namba district is the Hozen-Ji alley. This space used to be a temple originally built in the 1600s. It got mostly destroyed during World War II, but one statue remained. I think it's called the Fudo Mayo statue. He's an important figure in Japanese Buddhism. He's one of the wisdom kings, and he's usually scowling, looking real, like the menacing side of wisdom that will get you. Like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, wisdom smack. But this one is lush and inviting, covered with moss. People splash water on it and make wishes, which gives the statue its nickname, the Splashing Water Fudo. It's a pretty dope little alley, but you should be aware it's pretty small and it's not the easiest place to find. Then again, my directional skills have already been called into question on this very program, so it's supposed to be a lot of good food on this alley, but to be honest, I felt like down in this area, a lot of the streets and alleys just kind of ran together. I eventually found some street fish. I'm pretty sure this is called ayu. That's what it sounded like the guy said. I'm gonna be honest with you. I passed this dude. And I felt like it was my obligation to eat that joint. I mean, if anyone is supposed to eat that fish and tell y'all about it, it's me. I came all the way here. So look, I manned up and I ate that fish. It's a whole fish, skewered and grilled over some charcoal in the street, looking right at you the whole time. He was giving it this little tap in the gut area, I guess to see if it was cooked through. I was like, I can wait, man. Throw it back on there. I asked the guy how to eat it. I'm like, how do I do this? And he just looked back at me with a blank face. I guess I'm supposed to know. You freaking just put it in your mouth and chew it. I found a quiet spot and I got down on it. Coarse sea salt, a lot of those little fish bones. Yes, you can eat them, but I don't really like to fool with fish bones. I'm not very good at eating unfilleted fish, alright? It's a consequence of my spoiled American upbringing. I just don't possess the skills. But I went for it. From the sky to the sea, and a few places in between. Reppin' Street Food Season 9 in Osaka. Next week, we hit a different city in Japan. Join us. And until then, eat it on the street. Watch out for the parasites. Street food. If I took your phone away, you'd probably go into something like methamphetamine withdrawals. Withdrawal? Methamphetamine withdrawals. Withdrawals? Withdrawal. Withdrawal. Why is that so hard to say? Withdrawal? Why does it sound like this is an alien word? Withdrawal. Something like methamphetamine withdrawals.